Well, it's time for Tech Tuesday. Now, holograms were once a concept that we only thought existed in sci-fi movies. Or they weren't supposed to be reality, but they are becoming that.
Yeah, plus Facebook looking to roll out some big changes when it comes to Instagram after repeated concerns about kids' mental health. Our tech expert Greg Nibler joins us live right now to break it all down, keep us up to date. Hey, Greg.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, so we'll start off here with the Facebook and Instagram one, just to kind of cover that, because it really has been a dominant story in tech. I mean, for a long time, but particularly over the last week and a half. And for those that don't know, there was a big Wall Street Journal expose that came out revealing internal documents, essentially showing that Facebook prioritized profits over safety when it comes to Instagram and Facebook. It's probably not a big shocker to most people that that came out, but nonetheless, it's actual documents showing that. And so in response, on Sunday, Nick Clegg, the VP of Global Affairs, came out and said they're going to be instituting 3 different things for Instagram to help mitigate some of these concerns about mental health, and particularly when it comes to teens and really teen girls is a lot of where the studies have shown that there's real issues that come from Instagram with body image issues, mental health, even eating disorders, all kinds of things that can be exacerbated by what people see on Instagram. So the way that they're saying that they can help control this, coming out new features that will eventually roll out. One of them is going to be a nudge feature that Facebook controls themselves, where if somebody's looking at a post for too long or they're looking at content that could potentially be harmful, Facebook said they're going to be able to nudge them away from that onto something else. How they're going to roll that out and how that actually happens, I don't know, but this is what they said. So the idea is good. Going from there, though, some of the other things that they said, they'll also allow some parents to take control of actual content and actually what people are looking at. That also is one where I'm a little bit hesitant to say. I kind of feel like teenagers are going to be able to outsmart that, but still they're going to try to do that, right? I mean, they're going to be able to figure out a way around that. I'm pretty sure. But the other part, right? Yeah, I mean, so the other part, there is a third one too that they're going to be working on, and this has to allow people to take a break. And this is one that I think maybe would be good, where it pops up a message and says, hey, you've been on Instagram for 4 hours now looking at these posts, maybe take a break. Does that help or not? I don't know, but maybe it's at least a reminder for people of all ages to take a break off of social media. I think I could definitely use a reminder every now and then, even though I should be able to do that myself. I think a message popping up would probably be helpful, but these are some of the things they're looking at. And really what it comes down to is trying to, like I said, take care of some of these issues, that are really happening from social media for mental health. And it's, I think that's a very important thing. We'll see if this actually works or not.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how it's actually put into place, because Instagram already has a feature where you can set a timer on your account and it will just notify you, like if you set a 30-minute timer for the day, it's like, hey, you've hit your 30 minutes. I have it set and I just dismiss it every day and I just keep scrolling. I mean,
I've tried that too.
I don't know how helpful that might be. I'm interested to see the whole nudge feature, how that actually gets put into practice. I don't know.
Yeah, be very interesting to see how that plays out. All right, well, holograms are apparently, they're real. So explain how holograms are real now.
This is so exciting to me. Okay, so it's coming from a company who said that they've developed a way to actually make real holograms. Now, when we say holograms, and especially when you think about kind of any commercial application, I always go to holographic Tupac, because I think about that performance from a few years ago. But that wasn't an actual hologram. That was just an optical illusion where it was a piece of glass that made it look like he was on stage. This is a company saying they can actually make 3D objects out of light that you can see without any kind of glasses or any trickery. So the way it works is they've got these giant panels that have billions of pixels on them. You think about a 4K television, how many pixels are on that, or 8K? Take that and multiply it by hundreds. Wow. And that's how many pixels are going to be on these displays. And then what they're able to do with that many pixels, they can focus these rays of light into a point in midair. So it'll be in space where the light interacts, these photons, and then that creates something that the human eye can pick up. You do this billions of times over, you create a 3D object out of light. And that's what they're saying they're going to be able to do with it. And they've got all kinds of applications, where from commercial applications, which naturally you could see going to a mall or something having 3D objects out, but museums where you'd have a giant T-Rex walking around, as long as you're within view of this panel, it could work that way. You could actually see this thing in 3-dimensional space, move around, and it would be there. And other applications they talked about were things like having flat panels on just like laying out for like tabletop gaming, or even watching an actual like a football game where you have the 3D objects running around, which are actually people just being projected onto there.
Oh
Like,
my
all kinds
gosh,
of
that's
really
like the game of checkers in Star Wars.
right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's like Star Wars or like a holodeck from Star Trek: The Next Generation. If you had like an entire room of them and just projecting all around you, you could have that all without glasses,
Yeah.
just looking with your naked eye.
That is
It's crazy
trippy.
sci-fi stuff.
That's kind of cool. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around how it actually works. I think you broke my brain there, but it sounds really, really cool.
It does. It kind of looks like Iron Man, like when Tony Stark is talking to his
Right?
like
And
Jarvis or whatnot, just messing things around. Like the fact that that could be reality.
Totally.
Oh
Totally.
my gosh.
Yeah.
The future is here. Okay, so some fun stuff here for speaking of Star Trek or Star Wars. Any Star Trek fans, I'm sure, are excited for tomorrow's launch. William Shatner about to boldly go to the final frontier.
Yep, it's finally happening. So William Shatner, Captain Kirk, going up with Blue Origin for their launch. It's going to be tomorrow morning. That's on Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. Pacific time is what it's scheduled for. And this is kind of the same thing they did before. So Blue Origin, as opposed to like SpaceX or Virgin Galactic, this is where they send the rocket up. You're in the capsule. The whole trip, you're going to space. You float for a second, and then you come back down. The whole trip's about 11 minutes. But it is William Shatner actually going to space, and that's kind of cool. He's going to be the oldest person ever at 90 years old. He's going up. So he's going to break that record that was actually set just about a month ago previously. But kind of cool to me just seeing something like this. It's definitely a good advertisement for space exploration to have him go up. Whatever anybody thinks about Blue Origin, it's still kind of cool to see it happen, and everybody can watch that live. And that's happening tomorrow.
Yeah, it's entertaining, and you're right. It's a great PR move by Blue Origin.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
definitely
it
win
is.
the battle there as well.
Yeah.
Greg, well, thank you as always for joining us every Tuesday. We'll see you next week.
Sounds great.
All right, and for the latest in news on space travel as well, consumer tech and more, make sure you follow Greg on Twitter. He's at Greg Nibler.